Hello everyone. Oh, I've just been mucking about. I just can't make myself look right today, but we'll just go with how it looks now. I've just put a little bit of foundation on to make yourself look your best. Not that I look my best very often, but never mind. My name's Paula, and this is my video all about knitting, sewing, no crochet today, and teddy bear making, which is my favourite thing in the world to do. I've got really dry hands at the moment. I have to keep putting loads of hand cream on, and a couple of nights ago Uncle Simon trumped whilst I was putting the water into him, and he spurted boiling hot water all over my thumb, and it's blistered, and it's just quite dry. I just need to keep it moisturised. I hope you're all okay. Let's think, what's been going on since the last time I saw you? Well, it's been about 2 weeks, and I said it'd be 2 weeks from the time for me to come back and see you all again. I've had a really good clean this morning. I've been, oh no, I've just remembered. You know, I did my last episode of Mark's vlogs in my wedding dress. It's still out, and I just thought I haven't put that away, so I'm going to have to do that after this. Can you see that bit of hair? I'm going to try and chop it off. Yeah. Yeah, so I'll go and put that away. I've just had a good clean. I've been in the mood, so I thought, right, Paula, take advantage of it. So I have. I've got a nice, well, I haven't got my first choice of special favourite today. I've got they didn't have any vanilla ones. Oh, hang on, there's a van. This could be a delivery for me. No, it's just slowing down. They didn't have any vanilla special favourites when I went shopping the other day. So I've got a cinnamon bun one, which it's all right, but it's not a proper special favourite. Oh, I don't know about this hand cream. What's it called? London People London Tea hand cream. I don't know what that's got to do with tea or London people. London people don't smell like this. Or any people don't smell like this. Not just London people. I went back to my office the other day for the first time in over a year, and I didn't stop talking all day. I talked so much that when I got home I had to take some paracetamol because my voice wasn't used to the strain. My poor friends must have had to have taken paracetamol as well for their ears, because I did not shut up all day. I just hadn't seen, well, I had seen them briefly a couple of times, but it was just weird, like having company for the whole day that wasn't James or the children. So, cool, I got a lot off my chest. I talked and talked and talked. I did share my food with them. We had some mint penguins. Has anyone tried mint penguins before? Oh, they're lovely. And I had a Greggs sausage roll for the first time in a while. It was lovely. Yeah, still too hot. So shall I show you what I've been, oh no, I'll tell you what I've got on first. So this is an emery dress. This is a proper emery dress. I don't think I've ever shown you one before. So I think that the new emery dress pattern hasn't got a collar with it, but the old version that I make has, and I've got one with the sleeves on today, because quite often I've adapted the bodice pattern to make it sleeveless, but yeah, got a proper one. Oh, and this is my Like a Cloud cardigan by Joji Locatelli, and I made it with drops lace and drops, I think it's called Kid Silk, a strand of each. I wasn't that keen on knitting it, but I love wearing it, and I would like to make another, well, I'd like another one, but I don't know if I'd like to make another one. It is a lovely cardigan though. I'm quite chilly. I might have to get Uncle Simon actually. I think I'm just going to go and get him. I'll be back in a moment. Here he is. It's a beautiful day today outside, but this house is a chilly house, so I could sit outside without a cardigan on, but in here I have to have Uncle Simon and a cardigan, and I'd even quite like a blanket. What is this? Is this a delivery? I keep seeing reflections of cars go past in my neighbour's car. I keep getting excited. I need to calm myself down a bit. Oh, whilst I was getting Uncle Simon, I found this wrapper in the kitchen. If next time you do your shopping, get some of these. Oh, they are the best things in the world. Because if you do online shopping, you don't always see new things. I don't. But these were recommended to me the other day through my shopping. They are lovely. I've already had 3 today. I can't stop watching the reflections. I've just had to try and help my neighbour set up his printer, because he's got the same printer as me. Oh, it's so frustrating. I managed to do mine. I couldn't do his though. We kept churning out the same piece of information over and over again. I had to direct him from the doorway as well, so he had to run around pressing all these buttons, and I just stood there saying, well, try that, try that, try that. That's a boring story, isn't it? Don't know where Doug is. He was there a minute ago. He's just had a little bit of milk, because he thinks that when I put the kettle on, he's going to get some milk. Most of the time he does. Right, I've made a pile of stuff, so let's go through it and see what I've been up to this week, for the last couple of weeks. So I've cast on a new pair of socks for James. I've never ever in my life knitted with Opal before, but he had the choice. I think I've got about 4 balls of it, and I let him pick which one he would like me to use for his next pair of socks, and he picked this one, which I won in a giveaway. My friend Ali nominated me and I got picked as the winner. So he picked this, and this is how it's knitting up. I always knit James's socks on 2.75mm needles, 72 stitches, 36 on the front needle and 18 on each of the back needles, and I always knit on DPNs. And here I've got a combination actually. I've got higher steels, not sharps, and I think this one might be a pony one, because one of my higher sharps, not high sharps, but high steels, you wouldn't believe it. It looks like it's been through a mangle. I wonder if I can find it to show you, because it is quite interesting. Oh, tangled up. You probably won't care about what's happened to it, but I can't even imagine how it got in such a state. Oh, I can't find it, everybody. You're just going to have to use your imagination. Oh, I wish I could find it, because it is good. However, I have just found something that I forgot to bring over to show you. Can't find it. But the needle, it just looks like someone's twisted it round and round and round. I don't know what happened, but somehow I feel like I want to blame James. He didn't do it, but yeah, so I'm really enjoying this. I knit all of that in an evening. It's very nice to knit with. Makes me want to make more Opal socks actually, so after I've cast these off, I think I'll offer him another pair. Quite like having a pair of socks for James on the needles, because they're just easy. He doesn't really, hello Lillian. He doesn't really, like, I don't very often put a pattern in, although on his last pair I did. I feel like I'm being boring today. I don't think I've got any good stuff to tell you. No, I haven't. This is, I think it's called Opal Butterfly, I think. Right. So that's that. Well, I didn't have very much to say about that, did I? Of course, I had another one of those breakaways. I did order 2 packets because I've had some before and I love them, and then the children ate them all. They do that, don't they? Sometimes they surprise me as well. I didn't think Lizzie liked like the French fries crisps. She does though. How many calories are these per biscuit? 102, so that's not bad, is it? Oh, I don't feel so bad now. That was the same as having like Weetabix for breakfast. Same amount of calories. Right, so let's see what else. Yeah, so after I cast on those for him, I thought, well, I want a pair of socks as well. So I cast on a pair for myself. And I had a look through my stuff. Ooh, extra strong mints. I love extra strong mints. Do they still make tree bore mints? Do you know what I mean? Like they were flat and quite shiny. I'm not talking about mint imperials. They had sort of like a dip in them. Tree bore mints are a little bit stronger. And then me and my friends used to have a rude version of that, but I won't sing that to you. Right, so yeah, I cast on a pair of socks for myself. I'm going to have to look up tree bore mints now. I used to like those. I think they used to do sort of a blue one, which was spearmint, and then white ones, which were peppermint flavour. They used to do spearmint ones of these as well, didn't they? I wonder if you can still get those. I used to like those. They used to dissolve a bit differently to these ones. I like mint. I'm going to look it up. Let's talk about the socks. So, yeah, I had a look through my stuff and to decide what I was going to make, and I decided, even though I think this might be a Christmas yarn, wool yarn, I was going to cast on. I can't find the ticket off of it. I don't know why I'm looking over there, because you won't have it, Trixie, will you? I'll talk about you in a minute. Not necessarily in a good way after what she's been up to. So this is green lambkin yarn, and I think it's called Fairy Light Twinkle. I think that's what it's called. It's so pretty. Can you see the sparkle in it? And if you look on the back, it's got sort of a yellow, bits of yellow in it, and this lovely like rainbow bit, which is like proper fairy lights on a tree. Oh, I love knitting this. I've done a twisted rib, but the pattern that I'm doing is by Laura, who is the Lonely Knitter, and it is the Ness Point socks, and I was actually the test knitter for this pattern. It's lovely. I can hear Dennis growling. I hope he's not going to bark. Dennis! Come on! Oh, my neighbour's on the phone. He's always on the phone. I'm so nosy. I am so nosy. He actually got a glimpse of how nosy I am actually when I was helping him with the printer. Everyone who walked past, I was straining my neck to have a look. And then my Avon lady came over and she was getting ready to tell me off about not leaving my book out. And then I said, it is out. I put it out Friday night and it's behind the plant pot. Yeah, she was getting ready to tell me off because I'm not very reliable with my Avon orders. Anyway, this is the Ness Point socks. Did I say by the Lonely Knitter, Laura? And it's such a lovely pattern. It's very addictive and very easy to pick up. And actually, I only had to do one repeat for me to remember what I was doing, which I like. Yeah, and I had an appointment this week and I got to take these with me, and they were perfect to do in a waiting room. Yeah, so lovely wool. Lovely pattern, and these are for me. Look at that lovely wool on the back. Isn't it nice? So if you didn't watch, I'm still going on about my March vlogs. If you didn't watch my March vlogs, you won't know that my advent calendar this year is from Green Lambkin Yarn. And what she's doing, Suzanne, is she's doing it as a club. So you pay for it in instalments and then she sends it out. So I have had days 1, 2 and 3 arrive, and I've already held them up to the light and read what the colourways are called, and I know what the treats are. But so I've given them to Johnny to look after. I'm awful. I can't help it. I get it from my mother. She's just like me. She like if she gets presents from her friends, she'll unwrap them on the way home, and I saw her and just copy. I do the same, but I've given them to Johnny. I haven't opened them. I have just held them up to the light. So I've just ordered the second instalment, which will be days 4, 5 and 6. And what I plan to do is not even open the bag and give them straight to Johnny to look after. I couldn't give them to Lizzie because she's rubbish at hiding things. Meg would just give them to me when I asked her. James isn't very good at hiding stuff, but Johnny sticks to the rules and he has hidden them. I hope he remembers where he's put them. But then again, if I'm giving him a parcel every month, he should remember. God, I'm really, really cold. Yes, that's something to look forward to. I've never had like a proper yarn advent before, and I'm ruining it for myself already by holding it up to the light. I did it as soon as it arrived. I opened it and held it up to this light here. It's based on Charles Dickens' book, A Christmas Carol. Isn't that lovely? Yeah, so this I'm doing, I always use DPNs. I've tried magic loop, but it's just not my thing. And I put the front needles on the front on one needle, and then I split the back stitches over 2, but then when I do the heel, I just do it on one needle and keep going backwards and forwards. So I'm just about ready to do the heel now. Oh, I love knitting. My dad has given me a chair for my garden so that I can sit and watch the guinea pigs and knit all day. It's brilliant. This is one of my bags that I made. It's quite an old one, just loads of vintage fabrics. I love that. Look at that. And I really like this one as well. I think I've said it before, but I like to try and imagine what they were in the past. I hope no one's dried the bum on them. I doubt it. Then you wouldn't dry your bum on that, would you? Right, so let's see what else I've got. Oh, I found something to show you. So, you know the jumper I had on last time? I never know how to say it. I say Velamo though, by Francesca Hughes, and I said I'd made another one and I shrunk it in the wash. This is it. So I made it from alpaca silk, drops alpaca silk, and this was the first one I made before I made the other one. And I'd put it in. It somehow managed to get in the washing machine. I didn't put it in, but it got mixed up. Once again, I think I blame James. So I gave it to Lizzie because when I shrunk it, it was just the right size for her, but she said she didn't like the itchiness of it. She's ever so particular with clothes, like she doesn't like tickets and shoe shopping. Oh, we fall out. James has to take her for shoes now because she's really particular about fit. I'm not, I just put any old thing on. This isn't as nice as a normal special favourite. In fact, I think it tastes quite a lot like the gingerbread one that they've done in the past. Yeah, so here it is. What a sad tale. I saw that Gaynor from Tales of Cuckoo Land, she got in. She had, I think, a similar thing happened to her with a pink jumper. I think that was alpaca as well. I don't know what I could do with it. Could I cut that up? I could, couldn't I? I could make something with it. What could I make though? Could make... Lizzie's got a massive hippo. I bet that would fit him. She bought, so the first day that the shops opened, I had to take Lizzie to a charity shop because James and her go on a 45-minute walk every night. I think I've told you before. And he'd walked her past this charity shop and she had seen the hippo. Oh, what a lovely pigeon. The hippo from the Silent Night advert in the window of a charity shop. And the first day that she came out of school, she came running towards me going, please, 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 please. But I'd already decided that I was going to go and get it for her. Yeah, so that would fit him because he's quite big. And then she just thought it was a hippo, so I had to show all the adverts with him on and the little duck. What a beautiful pigeon. Right. So next I'll show you my, I think this is the April. I think I've just worked out what it is actually. The April Ducky Darlings Club. The Minis Club. So if you haven't got it, look away and also don't listen because I'm going to talk about what I think it's based on. So I think, because it's April, I think it might be April showers. Do you think? See, this could be the rain, this could be the clouds, and this could be like the waterproofs or the umbrella. What do you think? Aren't they beautiful? Look at that lovely blue. It's got so many... So professional. Have I ever shown you what I film on? I can't because I've got something there that I can't show you, but next time I will. So I've got an old... My dad collects 7-inch vinyls and I've got a record case. And it's got a little handle on it that lifts up and it is just the perfect height to film with, so I always rest it on that, but the handle just flipped forward and sent the camera with it. Just so professional. Yeah, so what was I showing you? This one, look at that, that's my favourite. It's got all sorts of different colours in it. I've ordered a different club from Ducky Darlings this time as a treat for myself. Of course, I don't know if you know what I mean, but I just wanted something nice. So I've ordered something nice. Aren't they lovely? So they will go in my mini box. Oh no, it's my neighbour. Oh no, I think he's going to come round. Oh God, is he? It's going to be about the printer. Hang on. Oh no, I'm looking at the reflection in the wrong way. He's gone the other way. I thought he was coming around my house. Not that I'm mind talking to him, but I thought he was going to give me an update about the printer. It is. Hang on, I'll be back in a minute. I can confirm that the printer is printing. He has downloaded the app and the printer is printing. So all is well in the world. Now, what was I telling you about before? Hello, my darling. Have you been outside? Lillian, come on. She can get in and out of the cat flap. Come on, come show everybody your hair. Because we're doing something a bit different with it, aren't we? So, we got sent through a picture of Lillian's sister the other day because Lillian's sister still lives with her mother. And Lillian's sister Julia has got long hair on the top, And I showed Lillian and she said, well, I want long hair on the top, so we're going to grow all this out. And then I'm going to give her 2 little bunches, because we usually just shave her head. But now I've seen Julia, you want long hair as well, don't you, and bunches? Dennis can, well, I don't know, he has had a ponytail before, he might want one as well. We'll have to ask him, but you'd like to grow your hair along, wouldn't you? Just on the top. Can you imagine how sweet she'll be? When I got her, she had a little top knot. But, yeah. I love this dog. She's so soft. But Julia is as well. The dog who, the sister who's from the same litter. Dennis is from a different litter, isn't he? Same parents, different litter. But he will only cuddle if he's cold. Lillian cuddles all the time. Don't you? Oh, she's lovely. Right, go on then. You go and find your brother. Go and guard me. Right, so what else have we got to show you? Oh yes, we have an update on the bunny cardigan. Oh, I haven't knitted on this for a week and a half. I think about a week and a half. Yeah, I did loads of it and then I just stopped. So I've done, don't bark. We get a lot of action on this road. I've done the back. Oh, hang on a minute. That was Bob from over the road, who is a dog, and they get very angry about him going for a walk. That was him. So anyway, I've done the back, and I've done both of the sides, both of the fronts, and I've done a little tiny bit of the sleeve. I could have had it done, but I always do this for sleeves. I always think they're going to be a big job, but when I do them, they're not a big job at all. I think I get excited by the colour work. What I should really do is do the sleeves first next time, because I am going to make another one of these, a burgundy one with white rabbits on. I should just do it. It's lovely wool to knit with. I don't know if you can see, it's got all different flecks of other different colours in it. There's even little bits of red in it. There's green, white, black, turquoise, all sorts of different, well, of course it's called tweed. It's called Sirdar Hayworth tweed, and I'm using this as a substitute for Rowan felted tweed, although I did use Rowan felted tweed for the green bit in the colourway, in the colour work. Let me show you what the pattern is. It's from this book. It's Rowan Magazine 65, and it is, I never know how to say it, we'll call it the Tory cardigan by Martin Story, and that's it. That's the one in the book. And I decided to do black rabbits because of my lovely rabbit, Mr. Bodkin. Now I've decided to do, can you see that neck band or the button band there? I don't really like that, the way it's done. It's knitted up, but I like it when you pick up the stitches along the front and knit it in a block that way, so that it grows out that way. So that's what, well, I don't know why I had to demonstrate that bit there. Why couldn't I just do it there? Or with this? Why did I have to do that? Yeah, so what I've done, I've had to adapt it a little bit. Oh, here it is. I am going to pick up the stitches. So what you're supposed to do is knit some of this and then leave, this is supposed to be longer than that, and then you leave some, you knit it and then leave it here to pick up to do the button band, but I'm not doing that. I'm going to pick up the stitches down the front. Now what I do when I'm picking up stitches for a button band, I'll tell you what I do. So what I do is I actually use wool. I don't know if I've got a needle so I can show you. I have. Oh, I can't be bothered though. So I get I thread a wool needle and I divide each of these like every few inches like that, and then I'll write down how many stitches I've picked up so that I know that when I do it on the other side I need to pick up the same amount of stitches between each of the markers, because then you get an even distribution of, because especially with colour work, because you don't want to end up with, I was going to demonstrate down there again, when you do the button band you don't want to end up with things, so I thought I'd made two of the same side then, so it's like that. You want everything to line up. So if you count the amount of stitches you pick up between certain points, and then make sure you do exactly the same when you pick up on the other side as well. I hope you know what I mean by that. So if I'd picked up, let's just say 20 stitches between there and there, I'd know that I need to pick up 20 stitches between there and there on that one, and then 20 between these two marks there, and so on. It just makes it so that everything lines up. Now I said last time, the way that these patterns, all the patterns are written in this book, they're not written in the same way as independent patterns are written. For example, when I made the fronts, I think the instructions just say make the right side, the right front the same as the left front, reversing the shape-ins. Whereas if you were having an independent pattern, I think that they'd talk you through it, wouldn't they? And just talk you through each of the steps rather than expecting. So that's just something to be aware of. I'm not saying you wouldn't be able to do it. Of course you would. Anybody can do anything. But it's just something to be aware of. It's not written in the same way as independent patterns are written. See, now I'm looking at it, I want to go and knit on it now. It's going to be beautiful. Maybe I'll have it done for next time. I'm trying to keep up to every 2 weeks. I'm getting a sore throat again. I'm going to have to take some paracetamol. I've been doing COVID tests. I applied for the free home testing that we all can get at the moment. And yeah, James drew a red line on it last night, but I knew what he was up to. I knew what he was doing. He thought he was being really clever, but no, I knew he was doing it. And he kept trying to get me to look at it like, oh, where are the instructions? I thought, I know what you've done, James. I know exactly what you've done. Cool. Did anyone watch Line of Duty last night? Did anyone watch the Grand Prix yesterday as well? What a good day of television I had. I've had a couple of good days of television actually. Did anyone watch the Duke of Edinburgh's funeral? Oh, I love the royal family, but I wasn't expecting to be as well, I cried through the whole thing. The thing that got me was the carriage with the hat and the gloves on the seat that he would have been sitting in. Oh, there's something about, isn't it, like people's stuff that they're not going to be using anymore. That really made me cry. And then the music. Oh. And then seeing the poor little queen. She's so small now, isn't she? I'm sure she has shrunk, hasn't she? She is smaller. Or don't know whether she just looked small. Yeah, that made me cry. Cried all afternoon. You know what I'm like, I do cry a lot. Now let's see what else have we got. Oh yeah. Well, I got this out. I think I'm going to have to knit this up next. James bought me this for my birthday. It's Flashdance by Biff Sugar Yarns. Hang on. No, I think it's okay. Alright. Yeah, look at that. I'm going to have to knit this up next. Don't know what to do with it though. Oh, shall we have a look what it's like when it's untwisted? Because I'll be quite... Oh, look at that. Oh, I could just wear it like this, couldn't I? I wonder if anyone would say anything. They wouldn't know, would they? If I went to the school like this, Liz would be furious with me. I said, yeah, well, this is the new thing that's in, don't you know? And then everyone would be like, well, yeah, of course I know. I'll tell you what, this does give off some warmth. I think I've started something here, haven't I? Oh, look at that bit. Look at that bit there. Oh, look at this bit with all the pink in it. Oh, what can I make with it? I'll tell you what I haven't made in a long time that I feel like making. I found a pair earlier when I was sorting my bedroom out. I found a pair of Hermione's Everyday Socks. I haven't made a pair of those in literally years. So I could make a pair of those, couldn't I? Oh, does this give anybody else the shivers down the backbone? It's just lovely, isn't it? I think I could. I've got a lockdown wedding to go to, everybody, so maybe I could wear this as my... I think we've all got to wear masks in the church. I've ordered a dress. I ordered a dress last night. I used to make a dress for every occasion, but I've fallen out of love with dressmaking for the time being. I'm sure it will come back, but I'm going to leave that on there. I'll admire that again later. Anyway, oh, I got this one out as well. This was another present from James. This is Beaches and Birdsong, and I think it's called Mermaid. Look at that. I just like stuff out to look at. That's got some lovely colours in. Yeah, so I really want to use these. Anyway, so this shawl here, the Ashbrook shawl, I haven't done any more work on it, and I don't think I've picked the right colours for the shawl. I don't know if to persevere with it a bit more and see. I just don't know. I don't know if this pink goes with these two. Now I'm working with it all together. These two, definitely. I don't think you can see what I mean. Oh, it's got snowflakes all over it from my bears. It looks okay here, but in person, I think because this has got quite a lot of dark purple in it and orange, I don't know if I want to use it with these two, so I might make myself a very fancy pair of bright pink Dolly Parton socks and then make another shawl with just these two. I don't know. I haven't done anything about it yet, but I just don't think that's right. I don't think it looks right, the colours. I'm still thinking about it, but I'm definitely going to make this shawl. And I was even looking in my bags the other day and like thinking of combinations, and I've got some beautiful things that would work nicely together for that. Beautiful. So I think that's all my knitting. How long have I been talking for? Oh my goodness gracious me. I think that's all of my knitting that I've got to show you. I'm working on something else, but I'm going to show you that another day. Right, so I'm going to introduce you to these 3 incredibly naughty baby bears now. They look sweet, and when I posted a picture of them on Instagram, people were saying, oh, they're so sweet. But they're not. They're an absolute nightmare. I don't know. Well, Trixie has always got the spoon, and this is my very special spoon. I got this from Sandringham. It's my queen spoon. You've always got the spoon. However, Tilly had the stickiest paws. Anyway, so yeah, this is Trixie. She is a baby bear. She will be in my shop on Saturday night at 7 o'clock. I think it's the 24th. Yes, she matches the stuff that's going to be in my shop this time. She's got nice pants on. They've bought a 3-pack of pants together. This is Tilly. And Tuppence. Tuppence, I love your outfit. Filthy mouth. There she is. See, now looking at these, you'd think, oh, what a sweet little bunch. But they're not. They're probably the naughtiest gang I've ever had in the house. I think it's groups of 3. Maybe I need to start making 2s or 4s. 3 is trouble. But they're very cute. They're tiny. I don't know if you can see how tiny they are. I don't know. Have I got a tape measure? Oh, yeah, I've got a tape measure. Who would like to be measured? How big are you? Oh, darling. She's only 11 centimetres tall, so she really is small. Small, but deadly. Right, you can stand back in your cups. You want the spoon back? Okay. They like marmalade. Someone said it's a good job they don't like honey, and I agree. That would be an absolute nightmare. Oh, I've been looking for that. Yeah, so they will be available, and then I'll show you a few more things that I've been making. So I've made some baskets, some hydrangea baskets. There we are. And then I've made a few bags as well. So I showed you this one, I'll just show them quickly. I showed you this one last time, and then I've got a few sock bags. That one. That one. I always forget to show you the backs, because I always make a fuss on the back as well, not just on the front. And then I showed you this one last time as well, which is the pinkest bag in the world, although that's not pink, is it? And then these 2 here, these are probably the they definitely are the biggest bags I've ever made. They're absolutely massive. Because, look, let me show you, I can fit in my my jumper, and you can even fit, this is how big it is, you can fit in if you're knitting with long needles. And there's still, oh my goodness, I've got stuff coming out all over the place. Yeah, so there'll be a couple of these. I'm so good at demonstrating. Can you imagine if I got a job on the shopping channel? I'd be in a right muddle. Yeah, so everything fits in. These are gigantic. Shall I tell you how big they are? So I've got a... There it is. I've got a tape measure to hand. I was doing centimetres. 40 centimetres across and 37 down, but with a box bottom as well. So yeah, they're lovely and big, and these have got some detail on the back as well. and there'll be a few of these. There we are. There. So yeah, so our shop update is this Saturday. There will be some more stuff as well. What I'll do is I'll take a picture of the stuff in my dresser like I've got into the habit of doing, and I'll post a picture of it all on Instagram. I don't know if I'll make any bears because, to be honest, I've got my hands full with these ones and they are getting on my nerves, so I don't know, we'll see. But I think these three will probably be the only ones this time. Oh, they are cute, but so horrible. They're horrible people. So I've had an idea. I'm just emptying this bag. I am going to do this year an Advent bear. I'm still working out the details, but the idea is you'll get a Jasper sized bear. I'll go and get Jasper, just a second, so that you can see what I'm talking about. Here's Jasper. I love Jasper. So it'll be a Jasper sized bear, possibly fluffy. And I don't know if they'll have such a large belly as Jasper, because the idea is you'll open your box and you will get a naked bear. And then, so that will be day one. And then you'll get 5 of a parcel, so it will be a 6-day thing. And you, day by day, get your teddy bear dressed for Christmas so that they can stand on display over Christmas and keep you company. So yeah, I'm still trying to work out the details and the size and everything, but so the first thing you'll have to do is dress them in pants and a vest. Can you imagine how sweet that would be? But you do have to be prepared that you will have a bear who is naked on one day, and then the next day they will be stood in their pants and knickers. No, that's the same thing. Knickers and vest on display. So by then we might have people coming around to our houses. So if you've got anyone of a nervous disposition, you might want to hide them up. They won't be embarrassed. You wouldn't care. Well, he's been naked ever since I made him. So this variety of bear is not too worried. I think they probably will be fluffy. Yeah, and you'll gradually get it dressed for Christmas. I don't know, is it a stupid idea? I try and think of things that nobody else has done, and I asked my friends last night on my knitting group, and they said they'd never heard of anything like that before. Yeah, so I should have some more details about that next time, but there won't be very many available, and I'll probably put them up for sale in June. Yeah, I don't know, what do you think? Is that a silly idea? I'd like to do that. I can't wait. Well, I don't know. I'm going to start working on a prototype because all of the clothes will be handmade. So, yeah, imagine him in a vest and pants. What? He likes to be naked. He said he doesn't want to wear any clothes. I tried to make him a scarf and he ripped it off the needles and unravelled it all. I'll tell you who you'll get on well with, these lot over here. Actually, I don't think I should stand you with them. Can you imagine what I'd wake up to if I left him with them overnight? Yeah, so that's an idea that I've had. If I am going to make them, and I will, but when I've worked it out, I'll tell you more. But I'll probably put them up for sale because it will be quite a lot of work. Because the clothes that I normally dress my bears in, they're not removable. So I'll have to try and work out their oh, I'm thinking about it, sorry. I'll sort it out in my own time, don't worry. Yeah, well, I'm excited about it anyway. So the reason why I would only do it in 6 parcels is because the bear will want to be out for Christmas. Won't you? Yeah, so they'll be part of your Christmas decorations, and it's be something that you can get out every single year if you want to. And they will be girls. Yeah. But I'm going to start working on a prototype and I'll tell you more. You'll probably all think it was a stupid idea. But I will have Christmas teddy bears. There will be a Christmas teddy bear club available as well, like last year. But these ones will be bigger bears that you dress. Anyway, I think I've run on about that enough, haven't I? I'll put the link to my Etsy shop in the description box. And as I said before, I don't know what happens with Etsy, but I list everything and press the publish button, and it takes about 10 minutes for everything to show up in the shop, and I always get messages from people saying, oh, there's nothing there, there's nothing there. But there is, it just takes a while for it to show in Etsy. I don't know why, I don't know if anyone else has the same problem as me, but... Oh, hang on, is this my delivery? Hang on, I'll be back. Yes, it was my delivery. Cool, come on, Simon, I'm freezing. What was I talking about? Oh, I don't know. So, I'll put a link to the shop. And if you want to know what is going to be in the shop, keep an eye on my Instagram feed, because there will be a few more things made. In fact, this afternoon, I'm turning this into a bag. Yeah? And I'm going to make some more baskets. So, I think that's it. So I'm going to try and be back in another couple of weeks' time. Try and get the jumper finished. Maybe the socks will be finished, who knows. Oh, and I found a new jumper that I'd like to cast on. But I need to have a proper read through of the pattern first and decide whether I'm in the mood for it. What a cliffhanger, hey? It's like Line of Duty, isn't it? Well, I hope he didn't come try and talk to me about that printer again. The dogs are sniffing my parcels. I'm just trying to think if I've got anything else good to tell you. James has started his swimming again. He goes on Sunday mornings to swim in the very, very cold sea. Comes back moaning every week about how cold he is. He was I'd nicked his hot water bellies, his water bottles, his hot water bottle to put in Uncle Simon, because his guts broke again. Oh, poor old thing. So he started doing that. The children are all back to school. I've started to go back in the office. It's been nice to see everybody again. Kim is getting so old. Poor Kim, you know, my white cat with the bendy ear. We didn't realise how old she was really until recently. She's getting old. Doug has stood me up again. It's this time of year. I might go and see if I can call him so that you can see how... Oh, I can't be bothered. I was going to say I might do that another day. Anyway, I'm going to go and do some sewing. I'm going to turn this into a bag and make a couple more bags as well. Probably I won't get the chance to do that this afternoon, but I'm going to make some baskets as well. So keep an eye on my Instagram feed and I'll post a picture of everything. But the shop update is this Saturday at 7 o'clock British summertime. What a lovely day. Alright everybody, it's lovely to see you again, and hopefully I'll be back in another couple of weeks. I've got a feeling this was a bit boring, but we'll see. Goodbye. See you soon.